the way you, Papa, you know Papa.
Figuratively, he bites as hard as he can.
Okay.
And of course, when he puts his fangs into you, you certainly feel it. I think it pretty.
Watch Johnny's bite.
Bismillahir Rahman Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. The Lord is my light and my salvation, whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runneth over, and surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. It's Friday. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. Juma Mubarak to all our Muslim brothers and sisters. Calls to our fashions on 0246 590162. That's 0246 590162. Get us something special, a jarabia or something nice, contemporary for you and yours. This morning, I want to remind you of what a senior citizen once said at one of our community manifestos. Listen.
Bella, do you know the king of Ghana here today?
The king
of Ghana here today. You know?
That's the president?
No.
Who is it?
Okay, I'll give it to you.
Yes, please.
Johnnie Hughes.
Johnnie Hughes is the king
of Ghana.
Why do you call him the king?
He opened our eyes. He touches everywhere in Ghana here. He let us know exactly what is going in Ghana.
Yeah.
That is why I call him the king of Ghana.
Okay.
Why am I saying so? He is the only person who has been reporting this market that things are not well. But I don't think the people are listening. That is his scorecard. I'm giving it to him. So please, Bella, when you go and you have access to see the big men, tell them that Dansuma, we are crying. Things are costly. Things are not good at all.
Dansoman is in the Blekuma West constituency of the Greater Accra region. Dansoman is in the Blekuma West constituency of the Greater Accra region. Now, he says, I've opened their eyes. And he's not the only one who thinks that I've opened people's eyes. It is not by my strength or my power, it's by the grace of God. And when you have the heart and the passion to do so, you will deliver. If you remember, two or 3 days ago, I told you about something that was happening at the Ghana Education Service. And I mentioned to you that there was a CHAS meeting, the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools meeting. The Director General of the Ghana Education Service was there. He spoke very nicely. The media were there as well. But he did not tell the people there, because the media was present, that Form 1 students in free SHS now will finish writing exams, say today, Friday, the 18th of October, and straight away go to Form 2. Their exam papers would not have been marked because they are currently sitting for their exams. The exam papers would not have been marked. No assessment would have been done on them, but they have been promoted to Form 2, just so we can clear Form 1, so that by the close of the month, those who wrote their BEC can go to school. And these days, we have 4 terms in 1 year. 3 terms for the previous academic year, and then we begin the next academic year. So the 2024-2025 academic year is beginning in October. I mentioned to you how it was becoming difficult for teachers because it doesn't make sense. In any school that you attend, even if it's a short course or whatever it is, there is some assessment that is done at the end of the course or of the program or whatever it is. How then do students write exams the same day and then they are promoted to the next class? I mentioned it to you. Now the GES has officially written. 2 days ago they wrote. They put it on their letterhead. Let's read the letter together. This is dated the 16th of October 2024. All regional directors of education, 2024-2025 academic calendar for second cycle institutions. Management of the Ghana Education Service wishes to inform heads of all second cycle institutions of the 2024-2025 academic calendar. The academic year begins on Wednesday, 30th October 2024 for all second cycle institutions. Never mind their spelling mistakes. Please note, that the current first-year students in transitional calendar schools will end this 2023-2024 academic year on Monday, the 28th October 2024, and be promoted to Form 2 and continue with new academic year immediately. So Monday, the 28th of October, when they finish their exam, they will be promoted to Form 2 immediately. Incoming first-year students for single-track and transitional schools will also begin school on Wednesday, the 30th of October 2024. Additionally, all continuing students in single-track schools will reopen for the new academic year on Wednesday, 30th October 2024. This reopening date aims to ensure that the school calendar reverts to a September start in the coming years, and students will be able to write their 2024-2025 WASSCE in May or June 2025. By a copy of this letter, regional directors are directed to communicate to all heads of second cycle institutions to ensure full implementation. Prince Ajimandria, Mr. Acting Director, Schools and Instructions Division for the Director General's copy to everybody. We were sitting in this country when we were told that we had brought the most knowledgeable people to manage our educational system, and that we had changed the curriculum, and that we were bringing what we have never seen before. We were sitting in this country when we changed the curriculum and children did not have textbooks. We were running this September system and somebody said, no, we have to change it. Semester system, what? Today we are going back to the same old system, and I've asked a question that the GS has pretended that the question doesn't exist. The Ministry of Education has pretended that the question doesn't exist. What kind of assessment goes into the promotion of the students? The students are passing A's, B's. It's good. When you talk to somebody who scored an A in mathematics and you give them a simple quadratic equation or simultaneous equation or something and they can't solve it, you know that there is a problem somewhere, because the person scored an A in elective maths, but the basic elective maths he cannot solve. Then you know there's a problem somewhere. So what are we doing to our children? And you know, because of this by force promotion that we do, and we do the by force promotion even at the basic school as well, the teachers will tell you they are afraid to talk, but the situation is bizarre. So for a whole generation, 8 years, and maybe going on to 10, and maybe before that, we are just picking the students and moving them to the next class. We are adding them to the statistics. Oh, we now have 5-something million people who have gone through free SCT. That is what we are interested in hearing. In terms of the quality, we are not interested in hearing that. And I have told you that the children of the big men who formulate these policies for you and your children to endure are not part of the system that we run. There's a teacher who put up a Facebook post. I was tagged in it. And I hope he's not victimized like Teacher Kojo and other teachers who speak up. He's a parent, first of all, and he's also a teacher. John Amenuveve Boama. He says, who is doing Ghana Education Service and the Ministry of Education? That's a question. Who is manipulating them? Who is worrying them? He put that up. And he says, let me take just the case. Let me just take the case of the current Form 1 students who have started their exams and will be in Form 2 on October 30, 2024. The current Form 1 students reported to school on 30th September 2024 and will end the semester on the 27th of October 2024. Your math is good, so calculate for me. In total, they have spent 2 weeks in class and are using 2 weeks to write their end of first year second semester examinations. Within these 2 weeks, they have arrived, they clean campus and arrange their items and tables and chairs. Some students are even yet arriving just to start their exams. That is the system we are running now. Now their Form 2 starts on the 30th of October 2024 and ends on the 5th of December 2024, another 1 month. These students will spend 27 days in school, Take note, 27 days in the classroom for teaching and learning. For examination, I can't tell whether that will be another circular, that there will be another circular to that effect. But they are spending 27 days for a whole term. Then their vacation starts from the 6th of December 2024 to the 9th of February 2025. That is 65 days for vacation. So they spend 27 days in the classroom for instruction and teaching and whatever and learning. And then they spend 65 days on vacation. Upside down republic. And they just started a new academic. I thought that the system that we run says that it is the long vac that bridges the academic years. And it is happening in the universities everywhere. So why are we punishing these children like that? That they spend 27 days in the classroom and they spend 65 days at home. So if a parent doesn't have money to go and get a studies teacher, extra classes teacher, what happens to that child? Note, 27 days in class and 65 days at home. Let's go to the next slide. What is happening? How can we make progress with this type of seesaw up and down academic calendar? And yet some think we shouldn't complain. Well, I am a teacher in a senior high school. I am a stakeholder. I am a parent and with my daughter in SHS Form 1 going to Form 2 on the 30th of October 2024. I feel it from both ends. You teach students and they go home for so long a time that by the time they return to school, they have forgotten everything they have learned. But some say we should applaud this flip-flops because it is free. This is a teacher and a parent. I'm sure if I activate the phone lines now, for those of you who live up north, you live outside the country, if I activate the phone lines now, 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154, you will hear the comments from parents. Some of the parents meet you and they take you straight onto the WhatsApp platforms of the schools and they tell you how much is being asked of them. He continues. He says, who is doing Ghana? Those at the helm of affairs, do they have conscience? Question. How many of them will honestly allow their children to school in this type of environment? None. I don't want to talk about the food they serve them in this free SHS because it is disheartening, appalling, dehumanizing, and just not fit for adolescents to eat for academic purposes. Nothing nutritious. And I showed you plenty of those foods here. The same food that Dr. Bamia said we are going to digitalize so that when the children eat your kegari, we will know. We are still waiting for the digitalization. Is there hope for the ordinary Ghanaian and her children, or his or her children? Where did we go wrong? He's asking. That you spend 27 days in the classroom and 65 days at home. And that will be your first term break. And the term itself, the time that you spend in school, when we're in school, a term was 3 months, 6, alai? A term was 3 months. Today we are told that we are running a semester system. They go and ask the universities, even those who do 3 credit hours, go and ask them if a semester is just 1 month. Go and ask them. Then we say, we are running a semester system. So we find a slogan and a name to put on everything. And we are, the parents know what I'm talking about. The parents, some who are affiliated to the government, they know what I'm talking about. We are punishing the children for nothing. We are just punishing the children for nothing. We are punishing parents for nothing. Back in the day, your father knew that there was going to be a long vac after a first term, second term, and third term. A long vac before you go to the next class. Then they take time to save. Then they take time to save to be able to buy you new shoes, new some books, bag, new school uniform, etc. They prepare. This time there is no breathing space for the parents. Don't even go there about the teachers. Don't talk about the teachers. How do the teachers plan their leave? How do they plan their lives? They are also people's parents and people's relatives. So we just sit down and sign and write things off. It is just absurd. Somebody sits for an exam today. The exam has not been marked. you are not so sure if the person has passed the exam or not, which will be the basis for which you promote the person. Either you have promoted the person fully or on trial. All you do is that you finish exam today, tomorrow, or the same day, you are in another classroom beginning another year. How? Somebody call our Minister for Education to the center and ask him how. Where from this confusion? How? The US and the UKs and the Canada and the Germanys and Communities that some of them take scholarships and go and learn and come back. Is this how they run their system there? Is this how the system is run there? Before this free SHS thing came, was this how we're running our system? Was this how the system was running? Somebody sits for an exam the same day and gets promoted the same day. You have not seen the exam script. You have not marked it. How? And everybody's quiet. So you meet the children and you speak with them, and then you see that, forgive me, the heads are empty. Not because they don't want to learn, but because they are being miseducated. Why? Why are we paying people, and we'll pay people ex gratia for supervising such things? Why? We will buy them 4x4s, whether they are pickups or whatever, fuel them for them to be pretending to be supervising education. Why? What have the children of the country done? Why? We are only interested in statistics. Why? And market the statistics when the children go to school on the 30th of October. When the children go to school, you actually give me 2 weeks. They will come and add the figures and tell you, so far, these are the numbers that are in secondary school. You wait and watch. You will come and call me a prophet, just like I told you how people will suddenly go onto the water bodies to be arresting Chinese and poor Ghanaians. I told you, and it happened. I didn't even finish talking. That same afternoon, he said it was already happening. Why? Charlie, take me to Parliament. Speaker Okwe, once upon a time on the 7th of November 2020, the same Andre Siama who his seat has been declared vacant, the Formina seat, he was in the mix. Listen to Speaker Okwe.
Against the officially elected member of the party, or who joins or declares his or her support for another political party or for an independent candidate when the party has sponsored a candidate in the general or by-election, automatically forfeits his or her membership of the party. The moment the MP files his candidature with the office of the Electoral Commission to contest the next election as an independent candidate, he should clearly that he is seeking or seeks to leave his party. This automatically triggers forfeiture of his party membership. You cannot have the desire to leave, take a step towards it by filing as an independent candidate and yet claim to be a member of the party. The step taken to contest against his party automatically triggers forfeiture of membership. Having forfeited the membership of the party on whose ticket he was elected to Parliament, the operative language of the Constitution is that he shall, which is mandatory, vacate his seat in Parliament. Going by a purposive interpretation of the present law, consultative actions on the part of the MP are important. To all intents and purposes, he is no longer a member of the party. He has pronounced himself publicly as an independent and has filed his papers to compete against the party and its official candidate as an independent on 7th December 2020. On that occasion, this current Parliament will still be sitting and operating as an official Parliament of the Republic of Ghana. We shall not have a situation adopted freely by any sitting MP where he or she will be campaigning openly against the party that he or she still represents in Parliament and yet ridiculously stands against the party. No purposive interpretation of law will allow such ridicule to prevail. Furthermore, after 7th December 2020, when Parliament is still in session till 7th January 2021, how does an MP operate both as an elected independent MP and at the same time an MPP MP if he should win the election. This lacuna of a ridiculous situation is not what is anticipated under the 1992 Constitution. In the circumstances, Parliament has determined that the conduct of Honourable Andrew Amwaku Asiama amounts to vacating his seat in Parliament. Accordingly, we bring this to the notice of the Electoral Commission for the necessary action to be taken in accordance with the law. Signed, the Speaker.
That was Speaker Okwe, 7th of November 2020. It was good then. And that is the precedent to what the Speaker of Parliament did yesterday. This was the precedent. These days I hear that the argument has changed. The argument then, which was very cogent then, and it was okay, and nobody challenged it or took anything to court, because all the people who are talking about it and challenging whatever it is, they were in Parliament when this happened. All the people, those holding press conferences and those angry, and they were all in Parliament. None of them is dead. They were all in Parliament. They were there in Parliament. At the time, it was okay, because the President of the Republic had gone to Formina to tell the people of Formina that I cannot work with an independent candidate. Oh yes, our President, that petty, he went there, stood in front of them, told them. Same pettiness was shown when the people of the Ekumfi area came. He said, you are not doing anything. But I gave you a deputy minister and you didn't vote for him. And then very petty. Very, very petty. That same pettiness led him to Formina. He told the people, I can't work with him. So if you're a member of Parliament and you are not in my party, so if you don't belong, your MP doesn't belong to a party, you know why now development is not happening in your community. You know why now? Because the President thinks in a certain direction. The national cake distribution is not for you if you don't belong to the party. That's what the President said. And he has said it repeatedly. He said it even to Togbi Fiti. He said it repeatedly in many different instances. The pettiness. And then before that, somebody told us the presidency has been so depraved. This pettiness is depraving the presidency, but those people are quiet. And I'm suggesting to you that those same people who today say we're going to court, we disagree, or holding press conferences, they were all alive and well in 2020 in the chamber in Parliament when one of their very own, who now is, used to be the second deputy speaker, because that position is also vacant, is now being pushed out. At the time, he was an independent candidate because he felt he had been unfairly treated. So he went independent. He was pushed out. Everybody who is complaining about Speaker Bagbi's decision was there. Listen to Speaker Bagbi.
And so, what is my role in all this? Honorable members, it is important to point out that the Speaker is called upon by the standing orders of Parliament, particularly Order 18, to inform the House of the occurrence of a vacancy of the seat of a member under Clause 1B.
The best in the morning is on 92.7
and
Sunrise
H
on 3FM
of Article 97 of the Constitution. Accordingly, I proceed to inform the House that by the notification of the polls, the following members of Parliament have by their actions vacated their seats in Parliament. The members are Honorable Peter Yao Kwache Aka, NDC MP for Amenfi Central in the Western Region, now referred to as an independent parliamentary candidate for the same constituency. 2, Honorable Andrew Amwako Asiama, independent member for Formina constituency, Nashanti region, now referred to as MPP parliamentary candidate for the constituency. 3, Honorable Kojo Asante, MPP MP for Suhum in the Eastern region, now referred to as independent candidate for the same constituency. And finally, Honorable Cynthia Mamile Morrison, MPP MP for Agona West constituency in the Central region, now referred to as independent candidate for the same constituency. These MPs cannot be allowed by law and my good self to continue to pretend to be representing people that they don't believe in and they don't have any loyalty for in this house any longer. The house is accordingly so informed. Honorable members, I thank you for your patience and attention.
So it was good then, but it's not good now. And principled politics, I don't know about it. I've just played what happened in 2020 to you and what's happening in 2024 to you. You be the judge, because you also are a very knowledgeable and intelligent person. So you be the judge. But I want to quickly bring this to your attention and then we'll wrap up. I saw these desks at the St. Joseph, the Worker Anglican Church, the basic school, Bishop 1 and 2, St. Joseph Anglican Church. I saw the desks there. In fact, we had gone there to do an engagement with the children. I told you about it. Prior to that, I had seen the desks there. Within the period from last week to this week, it has rained about 3 times already. So at the mercy of the rain and at the mercy of the sun, these desks, which are wood and metal, had been exposed. So when I saw it, I called the PA of the MP for the area, Honorable Dakwa Newman. I called Prince. And I said, Prince, what is happening? I sent a message to the PRO of the AMA as well, my good brother Gabriel Ankra. I said, no, what is happening? Gilbert Ankra, sorry. And then I'm just getting information, because yesterday I was there as well, that the distribution was done yesterday to the various schools in the sub-metro. However, yesterday as of 11 p.m., I went back there when it was raining, and some of the desks were out there in the rain. Admittedly, yesterday in the afternoon, after the distribution, the ceremony was done, and we always like ceremony for these things. When the ceremony was done yesterday, I saw some schools come to pick theirs. I think Thomas Clegg Memorial Methodist Church came to pick theirs, and 2 other schools I saw. And you ask yourself, why we always come and put the desk? This is the 3rd time I'm reporting on something like this. And the first time I did, somebody gave me an indication that, oh, the mayor got angry. That's, you know, and then I said, you are getting angry about what? Why do you pick desks? You identify that children need a desk. You go and buy the desk and come and put them under a tree at the mercy of the weather and the rain and sunshine. And then when the journalist sees this and talks about it, you get angry. And you start picking on people. Why? Why do we even come and put the chairs at the same place? Do we need a public show for all these things? Because the decks were brought in trucks. I was there. I saw the decks being brought in trucks. And then when the decks were brought in trucks, you bypass the schools where the distributions are supposed to be done. And then you come and congregate the chairs at one place because you want to have a public show. If you change this location, the next location, I'll find it. Whether you put it at Numo School, you put it at Thomas Clegg, KO, I will find it. Why do we do that? If you put it at Awudome, I will find it. Can't we just ask the trucks to carry the chairs and take them to the schools on their way and say, oh, Bishop 1, your allocation is 20 decks, take it. Bishop 2, your allocation is 40 decks, take it. Kaneshi Anglican, yours is 20 decks, take it. Can't we just do that? Must we have a ceremony for everything? I'm asking, must we have a ceremony for everything? The most important things we don't do. Provide the textbook for the children, you don't provide. There's a dilapidated building right next to where these decks have been, and it's been there. Okovandapo's legacy. Okovandapo built that giant, Millennium School. And then when he wanted to abolish the shift system, he built that wooden structure. That wooden structure is an eyesore. It's still there, and the mayor, everybody comes there, they see it, but nobody is ready to deal with it. Why? Why? Charlie, let's wrap up with a prayer. Have a good morning. Please call me after this prayer. 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. The prayer, please.
I don't pay me the galamsey food now, Shinamens. Penimubia or Shagalamsey, God will kill you. I can't catch you. That may boss me book quotation. Me can be even work as so dear. The book quotation. I said, be a make the quotation better actually. A biadebekobia quotation would defend itself. Yeah. The Lord said, I will kill her children with death. Iti galamse when you name some penny for Ghana and they galamse they fund the party. Yamibe kumuna. Yeah. Because you don't care about people. People are dying from cancers, leukemia, kidney failures, and all, and you don't care. God will let you taste death the way you wish for other people. Greedy people. Yeah, the Bible said, I will kill her children. And yamena metroye, unyamisu be kum. Yeah. The galamse fushi nyamensa.
3FM 92.5.
Auntie, and her replica. Long time. How may I help you?
Auntie,